This is why Arsenal are so hated. Always victims.
Who's that directed at me?
LB, I reckon.
Me? What did I say?
Well, I think they're saying that, like, you guys are acting like... Do you agree, LB, that Arsenal fans act like victims is essentially what I thought that's what
I don't think victim is the right word. I would say that they really struggle to hear people criticise them. As do most fans, to be fair. You know, I struggle to hear people criticise my club. You know, it is what it is. But, like, I feel like even when you're being kind to them and generous about them, like if you say something bad about them, like not all of the fans, but some of the fans will be like, just come for you, even though you've just praised them as seen before. I wouldn't say victim is the right word. I don't know. But I think all fan bases have it. I do think all fan bases have it, and
yeah, I agree.
You know, you know, at the end of the day, Arsenal have got a massive fan base, so you are going to have more of those type of fans. It's just the way the world works, isn't it?
Spurs are like it as well. I'm not saying this because I'm Arsenal. Maybe I get this more because I am an Arsenal fan. But Spurs are like it. You give them a little bit of an inch, they'll take a mile. And Arsenal were the same. There's a section of the fan base you'll say, "Oh, Arsenal looking good, aren't they? I know. Treble's on, innit? Whoa, calm down. I just said you were playing well." That's what happens with some section of the fan base. They get so extreme, and it's like, just calm. I only said you played well, man. Like, let's just like have it right. You're playing well at the moment.
I grew up around a lot of Spurs fans when they were doing nothing, and again, it used to confuse me as a kid. They'd sit there and talk about their teams and with exactly the same word. And maybe this goes on now a little bit as well. They talk about their team and their club in the same way the teams that are being genuinely successful do. And I think, how are you using the same language? How can a team be winning titles, challenging for titles, winning trophies, and they're talking about great teams, excellent play, wonderful players, you know, world-class this. And then you hear Spurs fans talk about their club and their team, and they use the same words. And for me, like the language matters. Like, so I know some things like what's world class. There's a clear debate around the definition that's needed. But when you say, "Oh, my team's great," now you've got to genuinely be great. But I don't even put Arsene Wenger into the great manager category because I believe you have to win back-to-back league titles and/or a Champions League to qualify. And that isn't to dig him. It's like I feel like there's got to be. And we had a big debate on this, and someone said maybe I should change my word from great to like legendary or something. I'm like, well, maybe I can do that, but the premise still remains. Like, we've got to have a standard you've got to achieve. And when I hear Spurs fans say they've got a great team, but you haven't had a great team since the 60s, bruv. It's as simple as that. 100%. You haven't had a great team since the 60s. Lads, what's your thoughts on what Rio said about Arteta, that he would join Man United? He would quit Arsenal and join Man United 100%.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. Based on what? Based off of what? Why would he join a club like Arsenal, which right now are a stable football club who spend money, by the way? It's not like Arsenal don't spend money. He's got a team that is competing for the title 2 years on the trot. Why would he go to that mess? Why would he go to the mess that is Manchester United? Why would Klopp go there? Why would Ancelotti go there? Why would Pep go there? You know, why would anyone with a good job at a good team go to Man United right now? Why would you do that?
I can make an argument.
Okay, you can make an argument. I'll try and rebuttal it then. Go on.
So I totally agree with you. It would be a huge risk for anybody. And it is going to be a huge risk for anybody because it's been run like crap for over a decade. But if I'm sitting there now and I'm Sir Jim, I'm Brad Brathwaite, I'm Omar Barada, you're sitting down, you're outlining, I'd be very, very candid and very honest. These are all the mistakes that we have made. This is now what we're doing to rectify it from an internal point of view. And we want you to be the coach and the manager that helps us drive this forward. You will, because if you are the person that helps reignite Man United back into title races, back to winning trophies, back to being consistently competitive, the level of fame and what that does for your CV, in my humble opinion, is bigger than what you would get for doing it at any other club in England, maybe barring Liverpool. Okay. So I think you can set that. I'm not saying Arteta would go. I don't think he will personally, but I do think Man United is still an attractive proposition if the new ownership are able to demonstrate exactly what they want to do and how they're going to get there. And I think by the appointments of football people we've made so far, I've got a good amount of confidence that we could get there with, ironically, the right coach.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. But the reason I disagree with that is because whilst obviously United are a bigger club than Arsenal, Arsenal are not a small club. Arsenal are a massive club. And what you just said there about the respect and the fame that you'll get for doing it at United, the same will apply at Arsenal. If Arteta wins a Premier League title or goes on to win a Champions League at Arsenal, bloody hell, they'll probably put a statue outside Emirates, mate. You know, it's been 20 years. You know what I mean? So I don't think I know United is bigger than Arsenal, but I don't think the gap is big enough where it warrants moving to such a mess from a stable Arsenal base.
Yeah, so I don't think he'll. So I don't think he'll leave. And I agree with you. Winning at Arsenal is also huge. It's massive. I think but Man United is gargantuan, and that's not a dig at Arsenal. Arsenal have a huge online fan base, they have a huge global fan base. But even through our troubled times now, we still, because of how many more fans we've got, we turn over like 250, 300 million pound a year more revenue than them. That is all based on the fact that we have that many more fans. So I do, United are a much more famous club, listen, Arsenal are a very recognizable club. And what we're doing here is we're talking about elites. We're not talking about Arsenal small and crap. I still don't think he'll leave, but I do believe there's an argument there, not for Arteta. And some of the viewers are saying, no, he isn't going anywhere, but I don't think it would be Arteta. But I do think Man United with the new ownership could attract a top-class manager still. I still think there's the pot.
100%. Yeah. Sorry, Dan, you go on, man.
No. Listen, that I 100% agree with. Manchester United will attract any manager in the world because they're Manchester United. I just think it's probably one of the biggest compliments to give Mikel Arteta that Rio Ferdinand is looking at him as the guy to take over at Man United and going, he'll come tomorrow.
Yeah, but he also wanted Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So
here we go. So this is my point. This is why this guy talks absolute trash. Because he turned over a sheet of paper, signed the deal, Man United are back. Oh, he's taking us back. Calm down, bro. Like, no, he's not. Yeah, let's just chill. Rio Ferdinand talks a lot of waffle. Yeah, Foden's world class. Saka isn't. Who starts for England? Oh, Saka. Foden wouldn't get in. Waffle. Absolute imbecile, right? This guy. So let's talk about the guy who's saying it is talking absolute guff, right? Yeah. That's for a start. Manchester United 100% can attract who they want, but they will or should not go for a Mikel Arteta manager, in my opinion. They should go for a manager who's actually sells a CV that says, I win. Yeah. And Mikel Arteta in 5 years has got one FA Cup. So why Rio Ferdinand is looking at that management and thinking that's what we need at Man United, I actually don't know that you do. Some people would. They'll look at, say, Xabi Alonso, let's just say. I know he wouldn't come to Man United, but that's the sort of bloke we want. A project for 4 years, get us all sorted. Actually, what Man United might need is a manager like Carlo Ancelotti, give him free windows and all the money in the world and go build me a winning side that competes with City in the next 2 seasons. So why Arteta would be even considered as a manager?
I agree. Like I've said, it's funny. A lot of Arsenal fans are saying Terry, but he wouldn't leave where we are for you. I mean, I don't know how many times I said.
No, you agree with that.
I literally said, I don't think Arteta would do it. My thing was I could make an argument to LB's point why top managers or why up-and-coming managers would still join Manchester United. I wasn't challenging the Arteta situation. But to answer the question, some saying that Man United are not that much bigger than Arsenal. Man United on average, so over 1 million shirts more per year. We're paid over £45 million a year more for our shirt sponsorship deal. Just look at on that basis, selling 1 million shirts more than you a year is astronomical. It's astronomical. It really is. Considering Liverpool sell and Man United sell at 1.8 million per year each. Real Madrid 1.7 million. Barcelona 1.6 million. Bayern Munich's normally around about 1.5 million. Arsenal's around 850,000. You're a giant club. You're a massive club. But I'm not. This is not disrespectful when I say this. The Man Uniteds, the Liverpools, the Real Madrids are bigger from a fan base point of view. That's not me digging you guys out.
No.
Yeah, and again, but what I'm saying, I have not said at any point in this video that Arteta would leave Arsenal for Man United. I don't think he would. I also don't think he would take Arsenal to where they are now, on the edge of potential greatness, and then just walk away and join Man United to start again from a beginning position. Now, if he'd been at Arsenal if this was 4 or 5 years' time, we're back to winning. He's won 3 or 4 league titles with you. Could it happen? Potentially, because there's not a barrier between Man United and Arsenal that there is between Man United and Liverpool and Man United and City. But I still don't personally see it happening. But yeah, just to defend my club here, as crap as we are right now, the difference in size is there is clear blue water between the two clubs.
What you're saying, Terry, is not just right because of what you're saying in terms of the size. People look at football clubs and go, "Why the hell do you want to go there for?" That's fair. But then don't look at that how they are right now and how they run right now and the state of the club, and then decide, well, now that's why Arsenal are now bigger than Man United, because that's not how it works in football, right? That's not how it works in football. Manchester City looks an unbelievable place to go right now. They're not as big as Man United. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the way it is. Man United look an absolute shambles.
No, we are, and that's
massive,
why.
man.
Yeah, and if Man United get this structure rebuild right and can show that to a quality manager, look, this is the place where you can thrive. We will get back to at the very least challenging. No one can guarantee winning league titles because we don't control how good everybody else is. But we'll get back to challenging. There's no doubt about that in my mind. There really isn't. And I nearly cried listening to Jim talk last week, not because it was an emotional interview, but the amount of debates I've been in the past, and it's funny, everyone's gone really quiet with me on this on socials, in the chat section. All the words he said are things that I've been screaming, and all the Ollie in, Ollie out, Jose in, Jose out debates. I'm sitting there saying, yeah, I get why you want the manager gone. But if we don't focus on the actual problems at the club, sacking the manager won't fix us. And the amount of times I've been called an Ollie simp or a Jose simp for saying it, and then the new ownership comes in and all the arguments I've made. It's like he stole one of my videos and just read it out. Some of the comments were almost verbatim. And I'm just so excited, not because I'm right, because that's still not proven yet, but because I'm not even smart on this. I'm just kind of parroting to a degree what all the other successful clubs are doing. I want my club to do it. Like, do you know what I'm saying? That's why I find it such a hard debate when Man United, even now, there are some Man United fans that just think that Ten Hag's the main problem, and once he's gone, it'll all be fixed. I just think you're mental. I honestly think there's something not, I don't know, maybe they were deprived of nutrients when they were younger. I don't know. Something happened, but they ain't thinking too good.